back to the show. Let's head back into our Lagos studio where I have the big winners. I mean, I would say everyone is a winner. I've got Phyna and I have got Bryan, two most voted housemates, honestly speaking. Congratulations to you both. It must have been a lot being on that stage, the tension, the who's going to win, who's going to take this. I'm going to begin with you, Phyna. When you were standing there on that stage in your beautiful red dress, what was going on in your head?
Well, while I was standing on the stage, I think from the previous night, I already had a conclusion in my head that Bryan was going to win. So while I was on stage, I was just waiting to congratulate Bryan. Like, I was okay that I'm there and I'll just be the first runner-up.
Honestly speaking, and I love that. I loved your reaction when you won. But what about you, Bryan? I mean, I know that, oh, geez, you had so much love out here, especially because, of course, you know, people also gravitate towards your music. And Phyna, you're a hype goddess. So you both do very, very interesting things within the entertainment industry. So I was not surprised when you turned out to be the final two. But for you, Bryan, standing on that stage, waiting for who's going to be called out as the winner, what were your thoughts?
I was just gassed, to be honest. I was just like super happy. Like, it was a full circle moment. I walked in with Phyna and we walked out together. Like, any of us that won, I was just happy, you know. Like, Phyna was telling me she thought I would win. I was telling Phyna, I think you're the one that's going to win, you know. So I'm just happy that like we came in together, we left together, you know, on the level 2 thing.
I know. Okay, so let's talk about experiences now in the house. By far, Bryan, what was your the unforgettable moment that you had being in the Big Brother Naija house? What was it?
I think like the pool parties, the task, every time I got to express myself, you know, creatively, I feel like in the core of my being, I'm just a creative. So I love expressing myself creatively. So anytime I'm doing that, I'm happy.
And then Phyna, what about you? Your most unforgettable moment being in that house? I mean, there were many, geez. But let me let you speak. What was that moment for you?
Well, on my stay in the house, I'm not sure I have any moment I can place my hands on. To me, or rather for me, from day one in the Big Brother house to the last day, was a day of that moment. Like, every day was a highlight for me.
I had this vibe where everyone just said, Phyna is not about any relationship or shipping in this house, you know. You said something to Groovy one time that you're not trying to love or fall in love or you're not trying to scatter anybody's relationship. You just want to vibe and chill. You know, tell me about going into the house with that plan. And would you say that was a big strategy that contributed to your eventual win?
No, I didn't see my relationship with Groovy as what contributed to my win. Going into the house, I never wanted to be into any relationship. Even if I would, it would just be on a vibe level. And even when Groovy asked me to be his girlfriend, I wanted it to be on a vibe level, but he didn't want that. He wanted something more serious. So that was how that just turned out, and it happened.
You seemed pretty peeved, though. This was at the party, at Groovy's behavior. You know, the way he reacted and, you know, just his general mannerism. Would you say that's something that you've moved on from, or it's a conversation that's waiting to happen now that you're both out of the house?
I'm out of the house now, and we have discussed, we talked, and he told me the reason why he was like that, and we've settled everything.
I love it. Now, Bryan, I know you have somebody out here waiting for you, and I'm not going to say who so that, you know, I don't go mixing things up. So you tell me about that person.
Somebody who's waiting for me. Do you mean my vibrance? Or like the disruptors?
Bryan. So Bryan, there was no one you were whispering sweet nothing. Bryan, don't do this. Don't do this.
Oh wow.
What about those sweet nothings?
Okay.
In the middle of the night under the sheets when it was cold. What are you trying to tell me right now? Bryan, I'm going to give you another chance to redeem your image. Do you have somebody waiting for you out here?
Okay, so, I can't necessarily say I have somebody waiting for me, but I was saying in the house that I wanted to have a conversation with said person. So we've been doing we've not really had a chance to rest since we came. You know, we've been out and about, but when I'm well rested, I would like to have a conversation with said person.
Bryan, you're a wise man with said person. Who knows who said person is? Okay. Well, Phyna, you're walking away with some big money. Does it feel weird, or, you know, how does it feel right now? Like, you just explain that feeling of the money, the future plans, and what's in front of you. What does it feel like? You know, what's your plans? Do you already know how you're going to like map out the money? I'm going to buy this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to invest in this. Or is it still just surreal to you?
Well, I am going to actually invest into farming. Then I'm going to modify my areas of entertainment, you know, from my hyping, music, acting, comedy. I'm going to work on those, and possibly I want to have a film house, exactly. So I want to have a film house, so I'll be investing in those and some business, and I want to enjoy. You know, I need to enjoy, I need to explore, I need to fly out of the country. I've never flown out of Nigeria, I need to go out.
You know, what you're saying reminds me of that very popular meme. I don't want to be a mechanic, I want to be a baller. You know, Phyna wants to be a baller. She doesn't want to be a mechanic. Bryan, I see your music career like skyrocketing right now. Am I right?
Yeah, once I'm well rested, I will be focusing a lot on music. And I might dive a little bit into fashion. But the primary focus for now is music. I just want to make more music. I just want to create. I have so much to give and offer. So I'm happy that people are waiting to listen. You know, yeah.
I love it. Well, Bryan, Phyna, again, congratulations. I know you've had a very, very long day. We're going to pick up on this again soon. But in the meantime, I will tell you to enjoy this because it's about to be a very interesting ride. Well, of course, we just had the big winners, the finalists rather, from the Big Brother Naija Season 7 house, and it was a long one. It was. A lot of people have different opinions about how this season went down. It could have been this way, it could have been that way, but the most important thing is it's over now.